YouTube, what's good? Welcome back to another live commentary. Today, I have the pleasure of showing you some gameplay with one of the most iconic hand cannons in Destiny 2, the Spare Rations. That's right, the king is back, and we gotta talk about it. Is it good? Is it the best hand cannon? Does it live up to the hype? I'm kind of mixed on it right now. I'm kind of in the center because it's not a craftable hand cannon, but it does come with some really good perks, and in the future, it might actually be way better than it currently is now. So I'm going to save you some time. I'm going to show you the roll that I have now, not the god roll, but I can tell you what it actually is. And that's going to be the combination of slide shot with opening shot. And no rangefinder on this hand cannon, by the way. Let's go ahead and capture B zone here and continue talking. I'll put a barricade as well over here. Someone's going to challenge right side, I think. Alright, let's take a look on the left side. There's too many players pre-aiming at a far away distance. But I think we can start to close in and get into the optimal range of this hand cannon. We'll leave you alone for now. Got that kill. We have a lot of radar pings on the right side, so let's go ahead and create some space. There's one straight ahead. We'll rotate again, try to get some more primary angles. A little bit of two-tap. Mind you, this roll doesn't have the craziest range, so it will struggle a little bit at a distance. It's a two-tap. Hopefully this grenade tags. Nice. Good job, teammate. Good rocket. Let's get closer. Nothing here on the right side. We already have these guys on a pretty crazy spawn trap. I'm going to rotate towards the left. Kind of struggling to find any players right now. It is still 6 players too, but... Nice team shots. Let's look towards the right side. Radar pings on the left. I don't have enough range for that. A little bit of chip damage. I'm going to rotate somewhere else. This is not really a favorable position for the hand cannon, considering that there's a lot of grenades and shotgun situations here. We managed to bait one to get into close hand cannon fight. He's rotating away. Little 3-tap. I gotta tell you, man, it still feels as crispy as I remember it. Anyways, let's talk about the perks this hand cannon can get, right? I already mentioned that slide shot, opening shot is going to be the god roll. There's no rangefinder, but why that's not a major deal breaker, at least not for the future, is because rangefinder and range in general is going to get a pretty crazy change, and it's not going to be like the most mandatory perk to get on these type of weapons. So something like slide shot, opening shot is looking to be pretty much the god roll. And unfortunately for this hand cannon, I've been grinding an entire season of comp to get, you know, the god rolls of Rose, and I have one exactly like that. So Rose has the lightweight bonus as well, so you're gonna, you know, strafe faster, and you get all those other benefits that come along with it. So what does Spare really offer? And I think the answer to that is that it's availability. Some people probably didn't care for comp. Maybe they like to play PvE more, and this is more of an accessible weapon for them to get. You know, you farm PvE, you get those engrams, you buy the Spare Rations, and then boom, eventually you get a pretty decent roll, you know, with little minimal effort of grinding, really, because Rose, to some people, doing that comp grind can be very, very frustrating, to say the least, right? You have to play against the meta, Immortals, invest all the time into trying to win games. We didn't even have to win games, but people felt like they needed to. Nobody likes to lose, right? These poor guys are definitely getting spawn shot pretty heavily. We have one on the right side, but I don't have enough range. Now, on the topic of range, there's actually something that I wanted to mention. Spare Rations has something new with it, and that is the origin trait, Disaster Plan. So it states that whenever we pick up ammo, we actually get a bonus to range, and we get flinch resistance. Now, I went around, did a little bit of research to try to figure out whether or not this origin trait made a significant difference or impact on your gameplay. And the conclusion I basically came to was that no, it does not. So I wouldn't say it's game changing. Oh, that's a mercy. We'll talk more next game.
A well-fought victory.
Oh, Randy's got all check.
Gives the city hope.
Uncle. No. A slow match, man. Anyways, we were talking about the origin trait being minimal and not really providing a huge enough impact to the hand cannon. So what exactly does spare rations offer? Well, I think most people would want to use it for the reasons that I already mentioned before, but also because it is literally spare rations. It's an iconic hand cannon. Some people never got to try it in the past, but have always wanted to. They heard all the stories about how spare rations was like the king of Crucible for the longest time. Right, we had quotes like the spare benders, right? People hated the stompy hunters running spare rations. This was like the ultimate sweat hand cannon to be using. Now, there is a couple other roles that I want to mention that might pique your interest that I personally have enjoyed in the past when I was using spare rations, and it still has those perks as well. One of them that I really enjoyed was actually rapid hit. Every time you get some crits, you get an increase to reload speed, you get increase to your stability, and it makes the hand cannon feel much better. And then you combine that with other perks such as kill clip, and you get to do like 2 head, 1 body shot to actually start slaying opponents. It makes the hand cannon much easier to use. You know, you don't have to hit 3 crits. You know, you could do melee focused builds, get that melee damage, and use swashbuckler. Gotta watch out for this flank. The guy's pretty far. Someone's on the flank. You baited him to me. I got your back, brother. Alright, let's go ahead and rotate around with this 1K voices. This is a throwback to when I was using 1K with the spare rations for a build. You might have seen that video, it had like 400K views.
With 10 titans like you, I could build all.
Let's see if we can find some hand cannon fights here. Oh, there's someone far left. Can't touch that guy, he's too far. But as I was saying, yeah, it does have some pretty fun perks you can mess around with. Obviously, they're not super meta on hand cannons, but just to give you an idea, bros can't actually get kill clip nor swash. So spare benders, or I should say spare rations, can actually get that. Oh my god, what is that? Fatebringer? Nice shots. Are they pushing B? Yeah, there is. I can get a nade there. B has the same idea, but I'm actually going to destroy that. Anything right side? That guy's getting slayed. Yeah, it's Warm Husk. Oh my god, that hit me way too hard. I'm actually getting pushed right now. I got the trade. Perfect. I don't know how you managed to get 3 melees in that such quick succession, dude. You must have the full auto melee, like a new setting. That's actually a thing, by the way, if you haven't checked it out. Let's see if we can challenge on C. That's a 2-tap. He might re-challenge me. Of course, the firebolt body shot combo was enough to kill me. I thought I could slide in and avoid the firebolt, but if he has the aspect, which more than likely does, the firebolt has an increased radius. Pretty much giving a guaranteed tag. Oh, here it is. The 1K. Oh, we got a 2-piece. Beautiful. That's it. Oh, I'm already pretty weak. I have to use shoulder charge to try to avoid the situation. Even with the nerf here to shoulder charge, I still get to utilize this for some decent movement situations. That guy was way too thirsty. I turned around and he got killed by somebody else.
You wage war like a true titan.
Let's go ahead and pop super.
down.
Yo, there's a two-piece.
As one.
That's a crazy noble bomb, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to avoid dying to somebody else.
Power play. You took them. Now hold them.
Right now, we have triple zone captures, so the enemy team is struggling to get any points against us.
Zone
That's a
A
cleanup. Let's get a lightning nade over there. They're backpedaling too much. I'm out of range. I'm gonna stay behind the shield while I get my health back. There's two players. Solo blade barrage.
5 minutes.
Isn't that fun, man?
Keep it up. 2 for 1.
Beautiful. Actually, outplay that hunter. Trying to solo super me.
Victory is yours.
But even if I don't have the god roll, this thing still feels really crispy.
Took them.
I just have to make sure I get in the range, but it's not too scary anymore considering that Immortal isn't like being sprayed in my lobbies. I actually have a chance at close range.
A well-fought victory.
It's kind of a blowout match. Ah, I was about to sauce him up.
You're a wall around those zones.
Well, that was the last match. That was pretty much my 2 cents on the spare rations. It's back. It's not going to be the king like it once was in the past, but it's still pretty solid. Some people might absolutely love it. Some others will be absolutely disappointed. You know the god rule, and you know some other perks that I recommend. That was pretty much it for me. Spare rations right there. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.